David
will.
Spunt. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Definitely.
it.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in, while we wait here, National Security Institute founder and executive director Jamil Jaffer. Jamil, would the affidavit be more informative than the warrant? And do you think that we're ever going to see that? Because at this point, our expectations about this warrant have been tempered down.
Yeah, well, Cheryl, I think we will at some point see the affidavit, although probably not in the near term. And the reason I say that is because if there are charges brought eventually and the validity of the warrant is litigated, that's when you'd see the affidavit, the supporting documentation that supports Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhart's decision that there was probable cause to believe a crime had been committed. Between now and then, as you point out, we'll see the warrant and we'll see the receipt, the return, what material they took with them. That actually may have some revealing information because it might show what they took. Did they take stuff that was marked classified? Did it have any sort of markings on it and the like? And what trigraph markings, if it had top secret SCI, sensitive compartment information, that might tell us something about what the Justice Department think they got from the materials there at Mar-a-Lago. So some information there, but we'll know more here in the next hours as the judge releases it, or on Monday, if and when that warrant and the receipt of materials is made public.
I had Congressman Mike Turner on last hour. He's on the Intel Committee, and obviously he's furious. He thinks it's ridiculous. They want answers from Merrick Garland. They want answers from Christopher Wray. They may not get that, but they are, in fact, reaching out, and will reach out, I'm sure, again on Monday, to find out from the DOJ what purpose. You need to tell us one or two reasons here of why you went down to Mar-a-Lago and took this action. The other thing I think that's interesting here is that it looks like, from David Spunt's reporting, that Donald Trump knew this was happening. He knew it was happening back in June, that this was coming. Hence the go ahead and release the warrant. Go ahead and make it public today.
Yeah, I think it's interesting as you see this play out. Congressman Turner's right to be asking questions. And I think the Justice Department and Merrick Garland, the FBI, will have to come up with some answers. At a minimum, what we do know, what's likely to be supporting their probable cause request, is the fact that the National Archives took these 15 boxes, some of which we've heard from reporting, we don't know for sure, was believed to have contained classified material, including material classified, as Congressman Turner knows, at the top secret sensitive compartment information level, which means the most highly protected information in the government. And with respect to the former president, I think you're exactly right. They knew this was coming. They'd seen the subpoena. They'd been negotiating but hadn't reached a resolution, knew that at some point the Justice Department was going to demand access either through a warrant or otherwise. And ultimately, their lawyers were there and were present for the search. Interesting thing, though, the president could have, in fact, turned over the warrant that he has in his hands and his lawyers and that receipt that's not going to be made public. They chose not to do so. The Justice Department put the Justice Department on the hook. They now called the bluff. They're now going to release it or want to release it. The president's not going to object. So we'll know really soon at least what the basis for the warrant was in the sense of what statutes were being cited and what they ultimately took away in terms of how many boxes and the like.
Well, look, the former president is no longer on Twitter, but he's on his own, media platform saying that it's a witch hunt again. And you know what? I hope for the DOJ's sake it isn't another witch hunt and that they've got something here, because it's really going to, I think, really blow back at them if there's not a there is the best way to say it, I guess. Well, it's great to have you here. We appreciate it. We, of course, are keeping our eyes on Washington to get this released very soon. Thank you, sir. Jamil Jaffer. All right. Well, Robinhood is expected